Hello there, everyone. I'm glad we're back together today for Lesson 90. This is the end of the review section where we take 2 ideas per day. The first one today is, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. The second one is, let me recognize my problems have been solved. So I don't know what they are, but they've been solved. So let's take a look. Let me realize today that the problem is some form of grievance that I refuse to let go of, that I'm just sure, I'm positive, I have no doubt about the fact that I've been wronged in some way. You might also say that a problem is when I'm not getting my way, because I've decided, my ego has decided, if this and this and this could happen, then I could feel happy and safe and loved. In other words, I need to control and manipulate. Oh dear, nothing could be further from the truth. So then it asks us to understand that the solution is always a miracle. It's that awareness of love with which I let the grievance be replaced. I always can be feeling like I've been wronged or that I've been supported. Now, the I've been supported, or rather I am supported, is not an idea but an experience. We're going for experience, not more theoretical ideas. So today I would remember that this is really a simple deal because there's only one problem and one solution. There's only somehow I'm interfering with my peace, and if I could see things differently, I would in fact find the peace I'm looking for. Now, how many times have I in my life had something happen then I didn't like it at the time, either major things or minor things? My ego didn't get its way. Ultimately, life happened, time passed, and I looked back and thought, thank you, God, I didn't get my way. When we're not getting our way, it's because getting our ego way would cause us to run into a dead end. It would cause us to believe that my happiness is found someplace in the outside world, so to speak, and that doesn't serve us. So, if there's only one problem, this trying to get my way, and one solution, which is letting go of a grievance, I surely do need to know that. I ask this solution of letting go of grievances to come to me through letting go of grievances. And this experience, once again, is not intellectual. When you just let go of deciding that you've been wronged, a kind of melting in occurs where it just feels good. It's not like an intellectual recipe for something, although you will intellectually understand it, but that's not the fun part. The great part is this melting in, a softening, a realizing everything is terrific. It's an experience we're going for. Okay, some special ideas that I might think about, or some specific applications, as it says, would be this, whatever this may be, just something that's pushed me out of my comfort zone, to use that language, presents a problem, which means something about this I don't like. My ego is not feeling secure and safe. And I need to realize I need this resolved. I want to be back in my comfort zone. Well, I can't get back in my comfort zone and hold on to grievances. All right? Now, I have to realize nothing besides me is causing my perception. My perception is always my choice, and that's what I have to look at. The miracle behind this grievance will resolve it for me. It's like when I realize nothing but me touches my experience, nothing but me is offering guilt or love to someone else, thereby experiencing only guilt, fear, terror, or love, support, and happiness. I'm the one that's completely orchestrating everything. The answer to this problem is the miracle that it conceals. Basically, this stops being a problem when I decide it's not a problem. when I can see that whatever is happening, whatever is going on, however I've been treated, however I've treated someone else, is all helping me become aware. It's helping me wake up. It's moving me in a positive direction. So if once I just decide this is the way I'm going to see this, then the sense of being wronged disappears. Everything is actually supporting my expansion, my letting go, my coming back to an awareness of what it is I actually am. Okay, now the second lesson for the day is let me recognize my problems have been solved already. And now it starts to introduce an idea about time, which you'll hear more about later. I have problems because I'm misusing time. And here's how. I think, okay, I've got this problem. And now a bunch of time has to elapse while I try to figure out better how I can control, how I can manipulate, how I can work out a plan, how I can try to talk everybody into allowing me to execute my plan. So it seems like this is a linear process. And it says, nope, the problem and the answer occur together. They are simultaneous. They're always there. They are not separated by time because the answer is not fixing events or people. It's changing my mind. So it's being in the very same situation with the very same person, but deciding to see it differently. See, that has nothing to do with time or a linear, here's the cause, here's the effect. They're always already in the same place, in the same time, if I will change my mind about how I see this. Therefore, it's always already solved, because that means the solution is always simply a choice in my own mind about how to see this. Okay, now here's an example that might make sense to you. Let's say that for a really long time you've been pounding on your hand with a hammer. Well, the solution to this is not off in the future someplace. It means right now you have the option to stop hammering yourself with a hammer, and you have the solution right there. There can't be a separation between the problem and the solution. The solution is always stop attacking yourself now. You can't think about it now and do it sometime later. Well, you can, but you don't get any results that way. But see, the idea is attack is always the problem, and whenever I stop the attack, the solution is inherent in the stopping hurting myself. Okay, some ideas. I need not wait for this to be resolved. Just what we said. You just get the ego out of the way with its insistence on it knows what the problem is and what must be done. Change your mind about that, and all of a sudden, all is well. It's just really quite miraculous, no pun intended, when you realize that something that's troubled you for the longest time just tends to evaporate overnight when you decide to let go of this I've been wronged idea. The answer to this problem is already given me if I will accept it, i.e., again and again saying that if I will change my perspective and decide, you know what, everything is always working together in my favor, not my ego's favor. The ego is not my friend. What it proposes and how it decides I ought to live my life is going to make me old, sick, tired, and dead. Why follow that? So the solution to any problem is, in a sense, not following the ego's way about how life ought to work out. What could be more 180 degrees off? It's the exact opposite of what's true. This is certainly it. The last little idea to think about, time cannot separate this problem from the solution. Once again, it cannot be stated too many times, the solution to any problem is deciding it's not a problem. That somehow I can begin to fall into a sense of trust that everything is happening. I can feel a sense of gratitude for rather than distress over, and suddenly life is very different. I hope you have a wonderful time practicing this today, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.